So I've been asked the question, what has the CPUC said about whether this plan is AB 1054 compliant? Well, as of Monday, April the 20th of 2020, we know the CPUC administrative law judge issued his ruling. That administrative law judge's name is Peter V. Allen. And in summary, his decision approves with conditions and modifications the reorganization plan that PG&E has pursuant to the requirements of Assembly Bill 1054. So why is that important? Well, by way of background, a key requirement is for PG&E to provide compensation to wildfire victims as part of any plan for reorganization in its Chapter 11 before the debtors exit bankruptcy. So they've got to do that in order to take advantage of this $20.5 billion fund. The CPUC wrote, one of the criteria that PG&E must satisfy to participate in the fund is that its insolvency proceeding, i.e. its bankruptcy, must be resolved pursuant to a plan or similar document not subject to a stay by no later than June the 30th of 2020. That's in Public Utilities Code section 3292B. So in order for PG&E to meet the deadline for the resolution of its bankruptcy proceeding, the Commission has to make these determinations before June the 30th of 2020. And as the Commission said, this is a short deadline, and it's required the Commission to follow an aggressive schedule in its proceeding. The Commission noted that one party, Will Abrams, has argued that the Commission should not feel bound by this deadline set in AB 1054 and should instead take as much time as it deems necessary on the grounds that the deadline is a deadline for PG&E, but not the Commission. Let me just interject here. That's just not true. It's a deadline for all of us. It's either done by June 30th or it's not. But the CPUC said it's clear that the intent of the legislature was to strongly incentivize resolution of PG&E's bankruptcy and related commission approvals by June the 30th, 2020. So what did this ruling on Monday the 20th do? It made 15 findings of fact. The first finding of fact, PG&E's reorganization plan is acceptable to the CPUC in light of PG&E's safety history. Number two, PG&E's reorganization plan is acceptable in light of PG&E's criminal probation. Number three, PG&E's reorganization plan is acceptable in light of PG&E's recent financial condition. Number four, PG&E's reorganization plan is acceptable in light of all the other factors deemed irrelevant by the California Public Utilities Commission. Number five, the Commission has determined that the reorganization plan and other documents resolving this bankruptcy proceeding are consistent with the state of California's climate goals, as is required by the California Renewables Portfolio Standard Program and other related procurement requirements of the state of California. Finding of fact number six, the Commission has determined that the reorganization plan and other documents resolving the insolvency proceeding are neutral on average to the ratepayer of PG&E, rate neutral. Finding of fact number seven, the Commission has determined that the reorganization plan recognizes the contribution of those ratepayers, if any. Finding of fact number eight, PG&E has established an executive compensation structure for any new or amended contracts for executive officers that meet the requirements imposed by ACR proposal number 9. Number 9, some issues raised in this proceeding are more appropriately addressed in I.15-08-019 and other proceedings. Number 10, some of the proposals made in this plan will require additional analysis and development and refinement prior to implementation. Number 11, the Commission may have pending or may institute other investigations and proceedings against PG&E arising from its conduct prior to the effective date of the plan, and they specifically included the Kincaid fire. Finding of fact number 12, regional restructuring of PG&E has the potential to improve safety and responsiveness to local communities. Finding of fact number 13, an enhanced oversight and enforcement process for PG&E will add clarity and certainty to the Commission's processes for monitoring and enforcing PG&E's safety performance. Finding of fact number 14, PG&E's reorganization plan calls for PG&E to issue long-term and short-term debt. And finally, number 15, the Commission incurred fees and expenses for its outside counsel and its financial advisor for services rendered relating to the Chapter 11 cases should be paid by PG&E. So what are the conclusions of law that the administrative law judge for the California Public Utility Commission entered? He entered 9 conclusions of law. Number 1, PG&E's reorganization plan complies with the requirements of Public Utilities Code Section 3292B1. That's AB 1054. Number 2, PG&E's executive compensation plan, as modified by the ACR proposal number 9, conditionally satisfies the requirements of Public Utilities Code Section 8389E6C. Number 3, Investigation 15-08-019 should remain open. This is a risk assessment and safety advisory investigation that's going to continue to proceed. Number 4, as to other commission investigations or proceedings specifically referencing Kincaid Fire, neither the confirmation nor the consummation of this plan shall affect any pending or future commission proceeding or investigation with respect to the liability of debtors arising therefrom. And it specifically says, hey, any Kincaid liability shall not be discharged, waived, or released. Conclusion of law number 5, regional restructuring of PG&E should be initiated. Number 6, an enhanced oversight and enforcement process for PG&E should be adopted and is being adopted. Number 7, PG&E should be granted authorization to issue long-term and short-term debt consistent with its plan of reorganization. So the financial side is being approved by the CPUC. Number 8, the PG&E should reimburse the commission for its fees and expenses incurred for outside counsel and financial advisors. Number 9, nothing about this decision is going to otherwise modify the commission's continuing authority. So then there's an order, and the bottom line is, I won't take you through all the details. The order, the proposed order from the administrative law judge says that this plan is approved as complying with AB 1054. That's just monumental. If that approval formally takes place, and the CPUC will vote whether to approve this administrative law judge's ruling at the commission's May 21, 2020 business meeting. When that commission votes to accept this administrative law judge's ruling, and by all indications they will, PG&E can now access the $20.5 billion fund that will protect it and the other utilities in California from the cost of future wildfires. That is the necessary precondition for all of the financing of this deal to happen. So now that the CPUC is in line, the voters can come out and vote in favor of the plan, and PG&E will be ready for confirmation to exit the bankruptcy process. For more information with respect to the CPUC ruling that PG&E's plan complies with AB 1054, go to our website, firesettlementfacts.com.